Good morning, everyone. It's day 12 of the 12 Days of Christmas series. It's Justine, and this is one of the last days of the series. So today I'm going to be featuring the Winter Wonderland stamp from Pretty Pink Posh, and we're going to get started creating a random background using the stamps. Don't forget to stick around to the end of the video as I have a giveaway for Pretty Pink Posh. And don't forget to go back to all the other videos and leave a comment on them in order to begin entered into all the other giveaways I have. Alright, so I'm getting started. I'm stamping the figures in black VersaFine ink, and I am stamping the snowflakes and other fun images in red cherry ink from Ranger, and I also have archival aquamarine. I think this is a really pretty and adorable color combination for really cute and adorable stamps. So I'm just doing my best to random stamp. You can see I started sort of in the middle or just off of the middle so that I can make sure that I had enough room to spread everything out without everything getting really awkward. Now I wanted to stamp a random amount of the little characters from the polar bear to the penguin and the little girl. So I thought it would be really cute to spread all of them out because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use for the card, so I decided to use them all. And this is a great way to be able to get that all in. Alright, so once that was all finished and I was finished up my background, I thought it looked really great. Everything was spaced out nicely, not all the same colors were together and everything, and I made sure I went off the edges with some of the stamps to make it look more realistic. And then I decided to go in with a die cut. And I'm going to be using the scallop circle die. This is the smallest one. It comes with 2 in the set and it's quickly becoming my favorite. You can see me using the other size in the video I did for the Grina Steiner card, or the card where I did the create a scene in the Christmas series as well. So I'm going to cut out the middle here to make a frame in the card. I think at this point the background is fairly busy, and adding a nice white space on the card is going to make everything pull together and also leave me a chance to focus on the sentiment. So I cut it out once out of the patterned paper, and then I glued my patterned paper down onto a card base, and I'm going to cut it out of the card base as well, so that I can stamp my sentiment actually on the inside of the card instead of on the front panel of the card. So once that was sent through the die cutting machine, because it was a little bit thicker, it did take a second for me to get it through there. And this is the funny part. So as you know, I really like to show my mistakes. So I think it's really important to do that and show you how I fix them. So I popped it out. I was super excited about gluing down the frame, and I put all the glue on the part I wanted to glue down. So I cut out another one out of red cardstock, and I decided to add that for my frame instead of the patterned paper, again because I put glue all over the top of the patterned paper. So I glued down the red, and I think that brings the card so much better together, having that nice red pull together, that really bold shape, and I think it's going to make everyone focus on the sentiment a little bit more, and I think it looks actually much better. I'm happy that that mistake happened. I don't say that too often. Now's the time for me to add my sentiment and embellish my final card. So I'm going to grab my Misty and I'm going to put down a couple of stamps. So I'm going to put down this little sleigh, and then I'm going to put down as well the Baby It's Cold Outside sentiment. And I am going to close that down, or close the Misty, and then ink it up using my black VersaFine ink, which I used on the characters. I'm going to push it down, and then I'm just going to ink it up again just to get it a little bit more bold. Once that was finished, I just removed everything from the Misty itself, and then I added the embellishments. I was going to do that, but I realized that my card would actually be better off being held down by the magnet, and the reason being was that it was just flipping up a little bit. So I added 3 colors of Nouveau drops to the card itself. I thought the single little areas were too small for sequins, which I was planning on adding, so I just added some of these in white, blue, and red. You have to be really careful with the red. I find you're able to wipe off Nouveau drops in any other color, but the red will stain right away, as far as all the colors I've used so far anyway, so you just have to make sure there's no air bubbles in, and hold the bottle upside down for a while before you use it. So that's the end of today's card. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And here's one final look at the card for you. I wanted to give a big thank you to Paulina at Pretty Pink Posh for sponsoring a $25 gift certificate today. If you're interested in winning, just leave a comment below and let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see in the new year. Thanks so much for watching.